Good evening, ladies and gentlemen. Rapid Chess here with the video of the day. And today I studied a little bit of Sveshnikov Sicilian. I'm playing it with white. I'm not saying that it's I have bad results in this opening, but I just want to be ahead a little bit in opening theory. And after I reach a tabia, normally no one knows anything, and I checked on Lichess how I played this particular game, and in all the time I'm thinking of some different idea. Yeah, it's not right. So I decided to show you what I found today, and this is according to an book by Alexander Kaufman, world champion. c5, knight c6, d4, takes, and knight f6. So Sveshnikov says that knight c6 is the best move for after c5 because it, develops a piece and control the center. Like d6 doesn't develop a piece actually. It does for the light square bishop, but piece is still on b8 and bishop on c8. Basically, Sveshnikov says that bishop is developed when you have played like e4. Alright, knight f6, knight c3, and if you know the system, black plays e5, attacking your knight. So you want to play aggressive, so you play knight to b5, aiming for d6, weak square, and black plays d6 themselves, freeing the bishop and preparing to play bishop to e7. So the best move is bishop to g5. I think now is knight to d5 is more popular, but bishop to g5 is a classical move. Pinning this knight, and black plays a6 here and b5. So with this b5 they threaten b4, forking your two knights, and playing bishop to b7. That's how I understand, but normally this bishop goes to e6. It's more I think a better square for the bishop, but you want in Sicilian you want this pawn on b5 so it can harass this queen's flank. So we notice that this knight here is pinned, so we play knight to d5, and it's a central square for the white pieces. Yeah, they try to maneuver pieces with this d5 square, and bishop to e7. So defending the f6 knight, and this is a threat actually. If you're playing something like bishop to e2, then you might lose a piece because bishop takes, and if you take here, then knight takes back. So you just give up your bishop. This is the best move, and black takes with the bishop. So taking with the pawn is very bad because you ruin your kingside structure, and this bishop here is terrible. So there are some variations where bishop remains on f8 and you take g takes f, and you put your bishop on g7, which protects the king. But when it's on e7, so black takes with the with the bishop. You don't want to take with your knight. Black has a bishop pair, but taking is considered to be a weak move. Just you made 1, 2, 3 moves with knight, and bishop made 2, so you just give up a tempo, and this bishop, this knight is perfectly placed. So this is like, I think this is the first tabia position. Yeah, when you reach it very easily, because all moves are natural. I actually have a story. When I was a kid, I played Vladimir Sveshnikov, son of Evgeny Sveshnikov, and I was playing him in a tournament, and I was like 1600, yeah. And before the game, like 5 minutes before the game, my coach showed me this variation, and I played it, and I actually had a winning position against Vladimir, who was much stronger. But I lost. He defended, and I made a huge mistake. But anyways, just these moves are so natural that you can reach it even if you're not like a player, yeah, for instance. So in this position, there are different ideas, C4 and G3. I tried them both, and I'm not a big fan of C4 anymore. I tried a lot of it on the internet, because you give up this D4 square for the knight, and it's important. I don't really. I think it's a good move generally. You want your bishop on C4, but just I don't recommend it. So also I tried, had a lot of experience with G3, but I don't know, somehow in Sicilian this move again doesn't work out for me very well. You get nice king, yeah, but this bishop here doesn't do a lot. Somehow it's too passive. And also, not passive, but you just play like, you don't have counterplay really. So in this position, so I recommend to play c3, and it's played by Carlson. It's the main move again. You prepare this route. Yeah, this is like main idea for white to this maneuver this knight to e3 and have this very nice cooperation between these knights in the center. So castles, and knight to c2. So this is the position which I want to show you. A couple of moves, and very easy to reach. Yeah, you don't have to remember a lot of lines. Again, like I said, it's very natural. You have to remember, I think, after approximately this move. Yeah, so in this position you want to play differently. You can have this bishop to e2, bishop to d3, c4, and g3. So a lot of ideas for white, but we will play the most natural move, which is c3. So this you have to remember, because it's not forced. Yeah. Black plays castles all the time, and we play knight to c2. So this is the position I checked today, because here black against me plays about equally rook to b8 and bishop to g5. Let's start with rook to b8. So rook to b8, it's a prophylaxis move. If you play something like a4, for instance, yeah, then they will take, and sometimes take on b2. I think black is a little bit better already in this position, because a4 is one of the main ideas for white. Also c4 is the same idea. So against this move, there is a good move which I actually didn't see before this lecture. It's h4. Very unpleasant, I think, for black, because black wants to play bishop g5. In many Sveshnikov Sicilians, they put this bishop on g5, then maybe occasionally on h6, and they want to play f5. Yeah, so you don't want to play back with the bishop, which is one of the best moves in this position, but I think that on your level nobody will play like this. I don't know how to remove all these arrows. Yeah, so h4, if you take, then white has queen h5 attacking the bishop, and making use of this rook on h1. So if bishop goes away, then it's mate. So you just have to, you cannot play anything, just you have to give up your bishop. So it's good news for black. And another idea, so after bishop to after h4, and I think the most natural is bishop to e6, continuing development. The best move is in this position is bishop to e7, but I don't think anyone will play like this. So so after h4, let's say bishop to e6, knight to c3, a5, and queen f3. So again, this idea remains, that queen h5 taking the bishop. So as you see, white achieved a lot, I think, in this position. So they have developed queen. They actually the one who's playing for attack on the king side, which is very important, and black's pieces are not active yet. They like a bit clumped. So this is the first line. So let's repeat. c3, knight c2, rook b8, very popular. This is Lichess 2300 players play it a lot, and h4. Yeah, so this you have to remember. Like I think this is the main line. Knight to e3, just reinforcing the knight, and after a5, standard move, queen to f3, and you have better position. Engine says that b4 is equal, but the rest of the moves are always quite a big advantage for white. Okay, let's move back. So in this position, bishop g5. Again, this is a good move, and it's played the rest of 50% of the moves. So 50% is rook b8 and bishop to g5. So a4. And in this position, if black plays rook to b8, which is standard, and they always mix it up, and these moves repeat each other, then we just notice that we can take, and so this rook here is useless. Yeah, we can play knight to b4, attacking the knight. We want actually the exchange of knights when we have when we're fighting against two bishops. So this is a good move, I think, and white is better. And another variation which I'll show you, takes, and a5, because you cannot move your rook because your pawn on a6 is attacked, and just simply bishop to c4. I think white has a very good position. They developed all their pieces. They will play castles, and f5 also not available because this bishop here attacks the king. Alright, that will be it. Thank you very much, and see you next time.